that ball and chain.
What's up, man?
Spend your life in pain and misery in the house of the rising sun. In the house of the rising sun.
Yeah, I'm probably going to get a copyright strike or some shit for it. Let's hope I don't go down. How you doing, Mr. Freeman?
They call the rising sun.
I'm just revamping the pyro cave, you know, and I like to work with some music. I'm not trying to steal anybody's shit. This is creative license, right?
God knows that I'm one.
Ah, crap. The YouTube don't care. They'll hem me up on anything. Let's see, I have something in common with YouTube. I don't care either. Damn. Like we lost a wheel. Whole axle. Damn. This little guy's gonna have to meet his demise here shortly. I'll have to find a way to make this cool though, because it sucks. Yeah, I know, man. Who don't work out with a little bit of music, right? And I consider moving fireworks around a workout. Yes, I do. If you've ever moved a lot of fireworks, you know it is a workout. This shit is not light. I've got to clear off some of my tables in here for my flea market enterprising. Let's see. Something cool. Shit. I hate these touch screens, man. I'm just old school. I don't like this touchscreen shit. It's not made for big fingers. I gotta get some AC up in this thing, man. This is cool. This is a remix. They might not hammer me for that, but it's too late anyway. Come on, dude. Say something. Conversation going. What do you guys think I should do in here that would be cool? Yeah, you can send the storms up to Pyro, dude. He said they've got a forest fire already out in Washington or Oregon, where he's at. I like this little sound. It's pretty cool. And you got some Windex on it too. I'm just working and stuff, man. You guys talk. I'll see you in a minute. Oh, man. Oh, shit. What was that? Oh, my cat just knocked something over in there, man. I gotta sit down for a minute. What's up, guys? Say something. Shit. Storms. I'd like to have some storms. It's hot as hell here. We went from freezing our asses off to turning on the AC in a matter of days. I got bud all up in my keyboard and shit. Hey, what's up, Flying Dutchman? Welcome. How you doing today? Bottle and insulator digging. Dude, I've got this idea with these big thick paper cylinders that I have, taping them together and making them about 5 foot tall. I'm setting them in the ground, and I'm going to pour them full of concrete and rebar, and I'm going to make like a fortified structure and stuff on my shoot site that we can hide behind, and we can also store, the pyro and stuff behind there. It's, help from secondary ignition and shit. Plus, I want to have a little bunker. When you start moving up to some of this stuff, you need a safe place. So yes, the hillbilly pyro bunker will go into construction
until I
soon.
should die, until I should break. Not a god, not a devil, my soul shall take. If I should lie to betray myself, then I would damn myself and my soul forsake. I don't want 15 minutes, want a whole lot more. Don't want to suffer the fools and the spoils of war.
Well, the older you get, the more you start thinking about safety. It's true.
I want a stainless steel road stretching
Shit hurts, and you don't like to see people get hurt. So far, knock on wood, I've only had one person in my 23 years ever get hurt in my truck. And she got burned on the leg, it wasn't nothing serious, but that's the only time anybody's ever gotten hurt. And I moved to a larger shoot site after that. I told people they were too close to move, and they didn't listen, but one of the cakes blew out the bottom and just knocked it right towards the crowd. It was bricked up and everything tight, and it blew out the bottom, like 2 tubes at once blew out of one side, bottom, and then the whole damn thing was tilted towards the crowd and started shooting it up. It was not a good time.
I want control. If I should turn away, not a god, not a devil, my soul could save. control.
I'm gonna have to AC the pyro cave, guys.
I want control. I want control.
Exciting stuff, though. Let's see.
I want control.
What's up, Pyro Brent? How you doing, man? Just trying to clear out some space in here and trying to move stuff around. It's not always easy. Oh, man, I wish I found stuff in my pyro cave like other people do. I usually know everything I have in here. Wow, it's not easy when you have a lot of pyro. It's not, man. Moving it around and finding places for it and stuff like that is a problem. That and all the paper waste it creates. I don't feel good about that part of it. Hey, Jameson, how you doing? I guess that's how you pronounce it. Just doing a little jamming, fixing up the pyro cave and all that good stuff. That's good. Actually felt pretty rough myself lately, but I'm trying to get over it. It's not easy though. This damn camera's killing me. I gotta find a place to mount this thing. Sorry guys about the noise. I'm sure it sounds like a train wreck. I'm pissed. I got pyro falling down in the background and disturbed the balance. Oh, that's good enough. Can you guys hear me all right from there? If you're still there. After all that moving around, probably got seasickness. My pets act like I done left them alone or something whenever I come in this room. I'm like, good grief, guys, I'm right here. There's no need to freak out, you know? You can hear me, dog. Shut up. Miniature wiener dogs, man, they've always had separation anxiety. When they were little, they were chewing up my electrical cords and stuff when I'd leave the house. So I put them in the bathroom one time when I went to Walmart. I was only gone for like an hour. Come back home, they had chewed through the bathroom wall, clean through one side of the sheetrock, past the open area, through the studs, through the insulation, and out the other side. I was like, good grief. So you can't really lock a wiener dog in a room unless it's really well made. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, man, I got a hole in my wall now. That sucks. I didn't get my electrical cord. I think I still got my electrical cords chewed that night. They did that shit out of spite because you'd leave them. So then I started traveling with my weenie dogs everywhere I went. I was like, good grief, I got to take them with me. They left me no choice. So you guys got your stash all together? What are you guys looking for, if anything? Trying out 200-gram cakes? 200-gram cakes are a good way to go, especially if you like to put boards together with multiple things, with multiple effects. I like to do that. It's a cheaper way to go than the 500s, but I like to work it up, start with the smaller 200s, go up to the 350 kind of cakes, and then go into the 5s, and then go into the heavy 5s, that progression throughout my show. Of course, that's what I try to do. My problem is I need to get a pyro crew together. It's a lot of work setting up a big show. It really is. People don't realize how much work goes into a 30, 40-minute fireworks show, Of course, we usually go for about 3 or 4 hours. Luckily, I was well stocked with NOABs from last year, so it should be pretty sweet. That, and I added a lot of sweeper cakes, a lot of fans, and some zippers and stuff. And I usually don't buy the big zipper cakes because it's just hard to buy a 1-1 case, where you only get one item. I mean, it's cool, but good grief, zipper cakes are gone in a heartbeat. Might just be me, but that's why I don't buy a lot of them. I like the effect and everything. It's just the cost. I think next year I'm going to buy that Pyro Pro Series 76 stuff and put the sweeps and the slices and stuff together myself. It's a lot of work, isn't it? Space is a very big issue. That's me right now, man. I'm clearing tables and stuff so I can set up at this flea market, and I don't have anywhere to put this pyro. It's like, oh, damn. I can't put it in the rest of my house because my cats will mess it up. So this is the only safe place I have. What's up, KV? How you doing, my brother? You having a good day, man? We're just talking about pyro stashes and stuff in space. What I hate is all the cardboard boxes, man. It's like mountains and mountains and mountains of friggin' cardboard. And a lot of it I have to keep, the cardboard, because I have to put the stuff back in it to throw it in my truck to transport it to my shoot site. am seriously considering getting my Type 54 and trying to do professional shows here in my county. I don't think there's a lot of pyrotechnicians and stuff, judging from the shows I've seen, were like some backyard phantom fireworks kind of crap. So I'm thinking about trying to jump into that area. I don't know, just like a little side hobby. Maybe do weddings, shit like that. Yeah, it's a long day for me too, and I didn't even go to work, so I had doctor's appointments and all that good stuff all day, so that's almost worse. And then I went to visit my parents. I've got a lot of serious health issues, man, but I don't like to talk about them and stuff. But sometimes, you know, you can hear it in my voice if you listen. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I'll be all right, I think. I'm trying to work myself back up. It's just hard. You got to keep fighting, though. It's one of the things I like about pyro. It helps me take out my aggression. It just feels good to blow shit up. I don't know why, but it does. You know, safe, reasonable stuff, not doing any crazy shit. Let me clarify that. Yeah, I know, man. That's what I'm afraid of. I really am. It's the insurance and everything like that. If you try to do it, you know, under the table, like a lot of people do, if you have a show and something goes wrong, man, you could lose everything. So I don't know. Insurance is not going to insure you unless you have a Type 54. So that's the hang up. I'm not really wanting to make money off of it. I just want to improve the local pyro, man. Somebody give me money to buy pyro, I'd put 100% of that money into the show. I would not care about profit. Of course, they'd have to give me some volunteers. They have a John Henry celebration here where I live, where, you know, the John Henry legend, the steam driving man, and all that shit, where the Great Bend Tunnel is. Every year they have a festival. They let off fireworks, and it is so sad. It's like somebody went and bought the budget shit from Phantom Fireworks and set it out in front of this giant group of people. I was embarrassed. I was like, this suck. They didn't even have a good show, man. They probably got paid thousands of dollars to do that show. They spent maybe $600 and then pocketed the rest. That's what happens around here. I want to, man. I really do. I would do it for free. Granted, they give me some volunteers. I couldn't do it for free if I had to pay somebody to help, you know, or pay about 5 or 6 people to help, actually. Hell no, it won't, man. I learned that the hard way, just like most everybody else. I'm not embarrassed to say it. I used to buy shit from Panama all the time. I would travel for hours, spend an entire day into the night, come back the next day just to go to Phantom Fireworks and spend $1,200-$1,300 and have the back hatch of a Trans Am or Camaro full. And I thought I was doing good. Then I learned about wholesale, and I was like, holy shit, I've been getting robbed. I wouldn't even grace the store with your presence, man. The only way you can hurt companies like that are anti-pyro, and believe me, they are anti-pyro, is to not give them a dime of your money, them or TNT. I don't care if they were the last fireworks on earth, I won't buy them. After watching them hearings and stuff, I sit there and watch that boring, dry shit for hours just to see what was going on. I could see the game they're trying to play. They're wanting to monopolize the entire industry and push the rest of the firework companies out of business. Oh yeah, TNT and Phantom both are knee deep in it, and they were using bullshit scare tactics and stuff like they do in politics, more or less. They had a doctor out there. He come out. He's like, if you put a firecracker on a baby's head, it'll give him a concussion. Well, if you're putting firecrackers on babies' heads, you got bigger issues, you know. Who the hell's going to do that? You know, if it's already gone that far, then changing the fireworks is not going to help that situation. What are you going to do? Make a baby head safe? Stupid shit like that, man, just drives me nuts. And it's so clear what they're trying to do. That's the bad part about it. They're not even trying to hide it. They're not hiding it very well. So they can kiss my ass. The only thing I'll do with TNT is go down there and film their little stand this summer when it sets up, just for a video, and that's about it. And then I'll talk shit about them at the end of the video. So I take it personal, man. You mess with my pyro, you're messing with my life, man. You don't touch a man's pyro. You just don't do it. Not without permission, anyway. I've enjoyed it. I've been doing the stash thing and the videos and shit for a couple of years now, and I'm like, it's pretty cool. I'd usually just get my fireworks a day before, you know, the 3rd or the 2nd of July back in the day. And that was a bad idea because, you know, you're there with a million other people. Yeah, I just want to do a stand down here with like a tent and sell the good stuff, you know, just the good stuff. Everything in the tent from the best shit that I can obtain, you know. No crap. No junk. Nothing at all, you know. And then sell it to people at decent prices where I can make a profit and they can get it cheap. That's what I want to do. I'm not worried about getting rich. If I can double my money, I'm happy. These people are trying to 6 times their money on that shit, and that's just wrong. Gotta preach it. Them evil bastards, man. There's a lot of pyros that don't know. They don't pay attention to what's going on, you know. They haven't been in the game that long, but we need to wake them up somehow. We need to hold them accountable for the shit that they're trying to pull. I take it personally. Now, true, it won't make a damn for me with my fireworks one way or the other, because I will get them, but it's going to make it a bigger pain in the ass. I'll be back. Yeah, that's about what I was paying for them, about 50, 60 bucks a piece for a 500-gram cake, and now I pay less than that for a case. So, you know, 24 shells, and down here at the little stands and stuff is $99. That's just wrong, man. There's no need for that. Hey, if anybody's still here, give the video a thumbs up. Maybe they'll put it somewhere where more people will find it. A lot of people still think fireworks are illegal in West Virginia. I have to tell people all the time that fireworks have been legal here now for like 4 or 5 years. but people still think they're not. I'm like, damn, really? I've got the fire marshal's code, like all 56 pages, in my jacket pocket that I carry around with me. I'm like, let me educate you. Oh, you'll burn to dust. You guys ever heard something called bat metal? That shit's crazy. Shit. I built this table out of a piece of scrap wood that I found in the basement when I bought this house, and it's held over a ton of pyro before. Musa, crackies, rise. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I like it, man. That shit's pretty cool. This is why you have the internet, huh? Why is that, man? Be able to find better prices. That's what I do. I got to go with the best prices, man. There's some people that I would like to support their business and, spend money there, but if they price match, I will. But I've got to take the best price I can find, Of course, it can be an obsession when you're trying to buy your pyro and stuff like that, and you start looking through all the different shit that you can order in all the different places, and then you have to factor in shipping and distance and all that other crap. It can be stressful. Hey, I tell you what's really cool, man, is a banjo cover of Slipknot Psychosocial. You don't think it would really sound right, but dude, it does. Leapfrog Studios, man. This guy, I think he's in shit. I think he's Norwegian, if I'm not mistaken, but he plays some badass cover music, man. That dude is talented as hell. If you haven't checked out Leapfrog Studios, man, give them a check. They have some really sweet music on here. Cover songs and stuff like that, but most of the covers he does are better than the originals. Him and this one chick does this song, remake of Africa, that's just freaking awesome, man. I think that's what I need to get into, is a group buy to help my buying power and stuff like that. I've got like catalogs of stuff that I printed out, quite a bit. I put a lot of research into it, but then I kind of stressed myself out with it too. So then I kind of made a snap decision, and I'm like, I'm gonna go with this place and check it out. And I think now I'm gonna try to go with a different company each year and just see. I gotta say, Wayne's World Fireworks, I'm pretty satisfied with it, man. I got my order fairly quick. It was intact. It was in good shape. Got everything that I ordered. Didn't have anything missing. Didn't have anything substituted. So that was nice. And their prices were really good too. I think they're in Indiana. Shipping was a little expensive. I think that's about as far out as my shipping range is going to go. I'm going to have to get a map, put up a circle, or just use what's in my, $300, $350 for shipping range, somewhere in there. this year I paid like $375 for shipping so far. Now they're in Bowling Green, Indiana. Check them out. They have a webpage and stuff. Their prices are excellent. And they don't have a minimum either. That's the nice thing. That you can buy whatever you want. You don't have to meet a certain limit to buy wholesale there. Yeah, I'm going to have to set that up with some other people here in the East Coast, man, for real. Because I usually spend a few grand each year. I could throw that in with other people's buying power and get more shit. Yeah, I got the flamingo bombs and I got the golden dragon, the willow shells. They're the same thing as the raccoon willow shells, just a different name on it. I mean, they're literally the same shells. They have the same, effect and everything, just different box. I've seen the same willow shells in like 10 different boxes so far. Yeah, I got a flamingo bomb banner here that's about 6 foot tall on the wall. It's pretty cool. Well, I guess I could show you guys if you haven't seen it, but my room is a mess, so overlook it. Dude, I was in them forums and stuff like that, and I kept getting jackasses telling me that the stuff I was doing wasn't safe and all this other crap, and a bunch of old pyro snobs is what I call them. It was camera with the damn. Flamingo bombs. And I got my 500s stacked pretty deep. It's just a little too dark in here right now. Hillbilly pyro fireworks. I think I have the Pyro Universe or something on Facebook, but I haven't really been active on it for a while. Well, maybe we should start a new one then. We'll have to start a dark web pyro group. Encrypt the hell out of that shit and have a secure place to talk would be nice. Brainiac's supposed to be a pretty cool pancake. Well, pyros are pretty paranoid individuals if you haven't noticed yet, and it would be nice to have a place where we didn't have to talk in code and, tiptoe around certain subjects. But I don't really know what would be a secure place to do that. Because believe me, there are turds in the punch bowl around here for real. And they are very active in the pyro community this year, especially for some reason. I've been approached by a few people that I think were agents already, so you guys be careful. they're getting better too. So keep that in mind. I've seen a lot of the new tactic is some of them will use fireworks shows from other country or anything like that and just put them up on their page, but it's none of their pyro, you know. They've already learned that the blank page is a dead giveaway, so now they try to fill it full of a bunch of crap. But if you look at it carefully, you can tell that it's not a pyro that put that together. Or at least I can, or it might just be me being paranoid. Hell, I don't know. Yeah. I don't care if they're snobbies or not, man. I've probably got more experience than most of them, so they can eat a whole bag full of dicks as far as I'm concerned. That's my attitude, man. I do not care. Ah, there we go. Infinity and beyond. Yep, so what do you guys want to talk about? Somebody throw up a subject. Anybody, come on. Help me out here. Let's get a conversation going. Alright, let me ask you guys this. Out of all your pyro stash that you have right now, what is the one thing that you're looking forward to letting off the most? For me, it's this giant 500 gram, 182 shot zipper cake that I got. That's what I'm looking forward to lighting off. Or man, don't be embarrassed to say anything. This pyro room's open for anybody, from the guy that just wanted to buy something and never had a firework to the professional, man. There's no judgment here on anything. Some Pepsi and some brews. Oh, Pyro Al's going to wrap it up tight early. Oh, well, man, everybody's got their own way of relaxing after work. Nothing wrong with that. I myself like to burn a big old bong. I'm not a drinker. I don't like losing control. Oh, okay, I got you, man. I don't really have anything that special this year. I haven't really got a lot of, special product left. I mean, I'm good on the boomers and stuff like that, on the ground booms and stuff, but my ground boom stuff is just not available. All right, hold on, man. There you go. Who else been here for a while at once one? Jameson, if you want to pop in regularly, man. I mean, people usually don't care, but if you're a regular, I'll give you a wrench. Pyro Al, he's been giving me support now for a while, and I do appreciate it. Flying Dutchman, I'll hook you up before, man. You've been coming around for a long time. All right, KB, you're good. Yep. Yeah. Hey, what's happening? Dirty Diver. PCR. What the hell's PCR, man? Wow. I'd love to have a good thunderstorm right now. It's just about right for it out there. Yeah, that's me, man. People make me a moderator, and I'm like, okay, I don't pay a lot of attention, though. Oh, man. Smartest dog in the West. How you doing? Raid all day in Michigan. I hear you, man. Yeah, I live in a river valley, so I know what you're talking about there. I'm pretty good. I'm feeling a little bit better today. Oh, yeah, no doubt, man. I've moved stuff around 100 times, but that's one of the cool things about it. You know, you can restructure it when you feel like it. Move things out, move things in. You know how it goes. Anybody that's done a stash anyway, they know. They're moving shit regularly. Right now, I'm just trying to make room for get some of my tables clear and stuff. Gotcha. Not too quick on the uptake today, man. I spent all day driving around to doctor's appointments and stuff. So I'm just kind of, you know what I'm saying? Where my homie the pyro dude's at tonight? It's not like him to not show up. I hope he's good. Wow. I was camping one night. It come 3 inches of rain, and luckily I was a Boy Scout and I set my tent up correctly. I had that shit staked out tight, man. Put the rain fly on there to where it was like rip tight almost. And I didn't get a drop of water in my tent. My buddy, I went to check on him the next day. He was literally sitting on an air mattress floating inside of his tent on about 2 inches of water. It was crazy. Where we were camping, the ground there is just like sand, and after it absorbed all the water it would, it started flooding from the ground up. That was a problem, but I'd trench my stuff out around my tent. So I was, again, good. Man, I've been catching turtles and stuff since I was a little kid and bringing them and letting them loose on the property, and now there's like a thriving turtle community there. You're not supposed to move wildlife around, I know, but I don't care. Cool. I've got some stuff like that that I need to set up and put stuff in. It's just a matter of time, man. It's been really busy for me lately. My parents are building a new house and moving and all that, and they're older, and they, I don't know, you have to help them with a lot of stuff. Wow. Sorry to hear that. Floods are really destructive. We had one here a couple years ago. It was like 1,000-year flood here in West Virginia. And it was bad. Just like a half mile down the road from my house, I was watching houses float by that were on fire. Nah. Somebody asked me how I could tell that there was a girl. And these kind of turtles, you can tell by looking at their eye color. The females have brown eyes and the males have either yellow or red. Other than that, it's hard to tell the difference. But after messing with them for about 30 years, I kind of noticed that only the females have the brown eyes. It's only true with this type of turtle, but I don't know about others. South Carolina. Yeah, I remember that, man. That was right after that big tornado or hurricane, wasn't it? I was camping during that shit, dude, down in Virginia at Doswell. I had the tent set up during a hurricane, and it withstood it, man, but it was scary. It felt like people were outside throwing 5-gallon buckets of water as hard as they could against my tent. But I was good. Well, thank you for stopping by, Smart Dog. I appreciate it. Come by anytime. Yeah. You don't have to worry about spelling here, chilling. I can't spell worth a damn. I won't say nothing about it. But welcome. Yeah, West Virginia is a lovely place if you have a way to make some money. The only problem with West Virginia is opportunity and income. But now with the internet, it opens up a lot of different ways if you know what to do. All right, thanks, Jameson, for stopping by. I appreciate it. Stop in and talk pyro with us anytime you feel like it, man. People here are good. They are different than other places. It's like we take care of each other a lot better here in West Virginia. We do. Not like, when you have a disaster here or you had Katrina and those people acted like friggin' animals down there. And they really did. But here in West Virginia, you wouldn't have that. Hold on a minute. The phone. I'll be right back. Hey, dear. Colin. No. Oh, really? Yeah. All right. Well, right now I'm live, so I can't really check it out. But I will here in a minute. Are y'all there? All right. Well, just defer to Jessica. She'll know. Yeah. All right. Y'all be careful. Sorry about that, guys. Just trying to tell them what type of shoe that I wanted. Got to get new shoes for the start of summer, Insulator dump. Are you talking about like the glass insulators that went up on the power poles and stuff like that back in the day? That's called whistle powder. It's a different type of mixture than the black powder. It's called whistle mix. You can do a search on it. It'll explain it for you. Dude, you know a lot about bottles? Because I have some really old ones that I found. My property where my power chute's at is where they had the workers' quarters to build the Great Bend Tunnel, the John Henry Legend kind of thing. And behind the rock wall, I found a lot of old liquor bottles and stuff. Maybe you could tell me if they're worth anything. Any kind of question you got, chillin', ask it. I can't guarantee I know, but somebody might. Cool. Well, I don't have them right here right now, but I will get them and show them to you. I'd appreciate your input. If they're worth something, hell, I'll cash them in. I know I have a lot of old apothecary bottles that would probably have pretty good value. I have a couple of the large embalming bottles from the 1920s, and then I have a few other laudanum containers and stuff like that from back in the old patent medicine days. I have some of those bottles as well. I'm the kind of guy that watches Antique Roadshow to get a leg up to see if I find something like that, you know. I like to research and look for treasure. I guess everybody does. I found a Laszlo Restrike Confederate penny. I thought that it was like one of the rarest pennies there are, and they're worth, oh God, crazy amounts of money. But it was a restrike that was made, I think, in the 1960s on the original die. But even it being a restrike, it's still worth about $3,000. Huh, how much is an insulator worth? Because West Virginia's got a ton of those laying around with the railroads and everything. A lot of blue ones, a lot of green ones. Around here, they're worth about $1 or 50 cents a piece or something like that. Hey, KJ, Insano, how you doing? Shoot, dude, as a kid, I used to take pop bottles and get 10 cents a piece out of them. That was how I got my firework money, man. Well, cool, man. Congratulations. I hope you make a good profit off of it, bro. That's a good find, man. I don't really know nothing about it, but if you say it's good, it's sweet. I found a place down here on the river that's full of gravestones and shit. I guess where they put the dam in, it must have flooded an old cemetery. You think they'd have moved the stones? They're still under the water there. I'm like, that's weird. Dude, I have a coin here that would blow your mind. I'm not for certain, but I know it's silver because I've tested it, and it looks like it has Sumerian writing on it. It's an ancient little piece of coin. Let me see if I can find it. I know it's on my desk. If you call this a desk. This is my little East German wind-up race car. It was in a perfect condition with the box and everything until some pyro fell on it. It's a wind-up racer from the communist section of Germany from back in the day. Pretty cool how they used to make stuff back then. Let's see. Can you see it? Hold on, it's not easy apparently. Damn it. I'm getting some nasty fingernails. That You can't really tell, but the only kind of script I've seen that looks like that is Sumerian. I don't know. I do know it's silver. Dude, I've got so much crap in the way is my problem right now. But it looks ancient. I don't really know them. There's a ridiculous amount of stuff piled up around me. Dun, dun, dun. Well, now I'm curious because we have a lot of insulators around here. A lot. Like I said, they're next to worthless here. What's this stuff typically worth, Pyro Al? Very cool. 1 hour. 1 like I'm showing. That can't be right. Am I still streaming or you guys just get really quiet? Damn, I wonder what's rare. So I asked a question earlier, Chillin' and Insano. Out of all your fireworks for this year, what are you looking forward to lighting the most out of your stash? If you can say it. Or if you can't say it, just say the type of product, you know. My stuff is pretty conventional this year, more or less. Just 1/4 stuff. I got a few boom cans and stuff like that, but nothing major. I'd like to get some big shot, some big shot cakes. Shit's gonna rock the sky, you know, but I just didn't feel like running it down. Not yet, anyway. Finding a good pyro can be quite a challenge. Even when you have some connections, it's still difficult. Not that I have a lot of connections or anything, but you know what I mean. I don't know about collecting, but I wouldn't mind selling. If I find anything cool, Pyro, I'll show it to you first, man. Because with the railroad and stuff all over the place around here, those insulators are like everywhere. Nice. I'm just going to set up a lot of shell racks, a lot of stations, a lot of zipper cakes, a lot of fans, a lot of NOABs. I've still got right at 30 NOABs, so that's from last year. The 30 NOABs added to the 500 grams from this year. It should be enough, man, for sure. I'm looking forward to the space attack cake I got. It's like 182 shot. It's pretty cool. It's a 1/1 cake. The only problem for me with those big cakes like that is the price. It's like, man, it's awesome, but it's so expensive. Oh yeah. Around here, the railroad runs by by the river, so they have to give you river access and all this other stuff. So it's not really that big of an issue. I mean, you start stealing railroad property, sure, but all those insulators and stuff like that has been taken and dumped in various places, a long time ago. So you don't really have to get on railroad property to find them. They're just really common here. Yeah, they are, man. I didn't have as much to spend this year as I usually do. Where I bought that truck and everything. But I do like my truck. And I needed it, so, I put a new stereo system and stuff in it. I thought about doing a video on that, but I don't know if anybody'd be interested in seeing the stereo speakers get changed out. I got a lot of tips and tricks to be able to do it quickly and professionally. I can install the entire system in less than 5 minutes and make it look professional in the truck. It's nice. Nice touch screen in there, DVD, Blu-ray player, all that stuff built in, and navigation. I think I took out a CD player that had a clock on it. The stock one kind of sucked. Yeah. It's just so intertwined around here, man. You can't avoid the railroad. It's everywhere. Matter of fact, you can probably hear trains in my videos. Cool. I've got to get a good connection for some of the big cakes, man. Anybody I know that can hook me up with stuff like that lives so far away, it's crazy. And I just can't afford to travel that far. My truck gets about 14 miles a gallon. I got coaster stock coming up pretty soon. I'm really looking forward to that. Except for the trip up there, I'm taking my daughter and her teenage friends up to the amusement park for the weekend. So that's going to be a 5-hour car ride with a car full of teenage girls. I'm going to need some Valium or something. Yeah, it is horseshit, man. It's better to take something off the ground and reuse it for something than let it rot. That only makes common sense. If you're down there taking the tracks apart and stealing the metal, I can understand it. But if you're picking up something that was discarded 100 years ago, they could eat a bag of dicks. That's kind of my go-to right now. They do not. Whistle powder is fast, but it's not as fast as flash powder, and flash powder is very reactive compared to whistle powder. That's why they use it. It's not as dangerous as flash. That's, as far as I know. Cool, man. I'm glad we got a nice little group of pyros. It's good to be able to talk about our passion with other people, because other people just don't understand it. They really don't. Oh, yeah. Well, tell you what, man, if you're just trying to learn this stuff, stay away from Flash. Don't even worry about Flash until, you've got some experience, because that shit is really dangerous. Don't underestimate the danger of flash powder. You can sneeze and set that stuff off. So, yeah, if you're new to pyro, you do not want to be handling flash powder. Just banished a roach. Well, I hope you smoked it instead of a real one. Whistle is sensitive, but it's not quite as sensitive as flash powder. But you don't want to grind anything like that. Its reaction is quick, but it's not as quick as flash. It's about 1/3 the speed, if I remember correctly. I don't know though. That's just my guess. Oh hell no, man! I'd nuke that shit for sure. My house would be so toxic, nothing would be able to live in it. Oh yeah, flash is dangerous, brother. It really is. Do not underestimate the danger of messing with flash powder. I cannot state that enough. It's like let's say you take a firecracker that's a good sized cracker and it's full of flash, right? Well, this shit's been banged around from China to here. That flash powder gets knocked out of them really easy. That fuse gets soaked with flash powder, right? So when you go to light that fuse, that firecracker is going to go off instantly as soon as you touch it with a flame. So if you ever have a firecracker that's got flash powder or anything like that, set it on the ground and use a barbecue lighter, and you can keep all your fingers. Because sometimes dealing with flash, the fuse is instantaneous. Cool. Except I don't know. Pyro, he's the guy that knows more about that stuff than I do. But I'm trying to learn. Yeah, well, find some EMATs, you know. If you're a new pyro, you don't need it anyway. You know that's a progressive thing that comes along later, or it should come along later, in my opinion. But I'm kind of an old daddy bear now, you know. I try to protect people too. Well, that's fine, chilling. Anything else you'd like to know? Are you going to set off a fireworks show this year? Or are you just interested in the pyro community? Or are you an agent sent here to destroy us? Yes, I have too, man, and it makes me cringe. It really does. I'm like, oh God, every one of them jackasses that blow a hand off makes the pyro community tighter on the rest of us. Alcohol and fireworks, don't do it. Do not do it. If you're drinking, do not be lighting. Well, I tell you what, how you do that chilling is you have to not really give a shit. You have to go someplace out of state that has the good fireworks, bring them in there and let them off anyway. But I would recommend going to somewhere deep in the country to avoid a fine. But eventually, if enough people do that, the state will realize that people are going to do it anyway, and they can't fine everybody, and they will make them legal, like they here in West Virginia, and they will enjoy getting the tax from them. But Pyro out, man, you'll have to talk to me sometime. I'm interested in trying to make my own boom cans. I think it would be more easier than trying to find them. There you go, man. That's what happened in West Virginia. It was a safe and sane state forever. First, it was nothing, and then we had safe and sane, and then, you know, people like myself would just go on ridiculous road trips to get fireworks. Take it easy, Insane. Oh, man, I appreciate you stopping by, brother. Be safe, man. I seen a dude get blown up using PVC pipe with a shell, and it was something like a horror movie. It practically ripped the guy's face off. That was the worst thing I've seen. And it happened right in front of his kid. No, West Virginia was a safe and sane state for years until people started just lighting shit anyway, and they couldn't find everybody. Yeah, and it happens every year. There's at least 1 or 2 people that die because they think they can launch shells out of PVC pipe. I see it all the time. well, not all the time, but once or twice a year at least, I keep a watch on the statistics and injuries and how and why people are injured. 99.9% of the time, it's just their stupidity. But sometimes it is the product because, anybody that's lit enough pyro has seen some stuff do some crazy off the wall shit. Dude, a safe tube is any kind of tube that's used correctly, honestly. Even the paper tube that comes with a 6-shot cheap mortar kit. If you only launch those 6 shells out of it and get away, it'll be fine. You launch 7 out of it, it might explode. It's made for 6. But I generally try to go with the HDPE or fiberglass. I don't like fiberglass because of handling it with the shards and shit. You practically got to wear gloves, but it's a lot lighter than the HDPE for transportation up a mountain that I have to carry my stuff up of. So that's kind of why I use it. Yeah, it is. And even distance, sometimes you're not safe. That's why I'm gonna build like a little concrete shield wall that we can hide behind and stuff like that if something goes wrong. That store the stash and stuff like that away from embers and stuff lighting and landing on it. I don't want to set off the main stash because we do our show in two. Yeah, we do our show in 2 different stages. The first, I do remote fire from all the boards and stuff that we set up and stuff on the mountain. And then after I do the remote fire part of the show, we go up there and we take the rest of the stash and we do hand lighting, whatever we want. That way we get a little bit of both, into it because we still like the hand light. And my concern is embers falling on the giant pile of fireworks that's on the hillside and setting them off. That does happen sometimes. So I'm going to make a concrete bunker on the hillside to store the fireworks and have a little shield that we can run behind. Because after you launch so many cans, that thud will give you one hell of a headache if you're not far enough away. Or it does me now, anyway. Well, as your power level increases with your pyro, your safety level has to increase. I don't use your products, man. I know I should use your protection, but I've been shooting guns and pyro and stuff so long it don't matter. I want to lose my hearing. I'm tired of hearing women bitch. Damn, chillin', I wouldn't use that brand anymore. Either they had an off year, but with that many products of different types failing, it sounds like it was just some really shoddy company. I'd find what brand that is and never buy it again. Because, a failure and stuff is pretty rare with good pyro. I might like 500 different fireworks in a show and maybe have a couple shots fail out of the entire show if you're using good quality brands. And then I've had some years to where I used cheaper brands that failed like hell, like you're talking about, and they're dangerous. Sweetness, man. I wish you was closer, could hook me up, man. I'd pay for you to make me a big old batch. As right now, I am short on those. I've got 12 boom cans left, and I'm saving 6 of them because they're the pyro addict shells from back in the day. I'm keeping those as a collectible. Not really easy to find on the East Coast. Those are not easy to find. Oh, okay. You know about Lucky, but you're a new pyro. Now I'm suspicious. What's up, man? Manic Pyro, how you been, bro? That's good. I don't have any great grizzly product around here, but I've been seeing a lot of it. Ah, okay, I hear you. Well, check out some of my pyro videos, man. I've got some pretty good ones, I think. I try to do some creative stuff. You know, it don't always turn out right, but nothing ever does, right? Okay. Always was cool with me, but I haven't talked to the dude in a long time. I must have missed this. What did he do? He was pretty respected in the pyro community. Last I saw, anyway. But I don't keep track of stuff. Mm. He might be telling him to. I don't know. It's hard to say. But if somebody messing with somebody else's channel, that's messed up. Yeah, well, here on the East Coast, the pyroetic stuff's not very common. I don't think it's common anywhere these days. It ain't like I'm exposing nothing. That stuff's been out for free. This camera shit, the joint has gotten weak in this stand and it just don't want to stay where I want it. Right. Yeah, well, they're hard to find here in West Virginia, too. Kind of got a network to be able to find the good. It takes time, man. It takes a lot of time. You have to build up a resume, more or less, before anybody that'll even talk to you about stuff like that. It's pretty dangerous, you know. Stuff like that can get you in a lot of trouble if you're not careful. And besides, man, if you're just starting out, you don't need that stuff. You really don't. It's cool and everything like that, but I think it's really something that should come with later on with more experience. That's just my opinion. I don't want anybody getting hurt. I think some of that stuff is just way too powerful and it needs to be handled by people that know what they're doing. Not to say that, you know, anybody can get blown up because you never know when this shit's going to go wrong. It could happen to me anytime. That's the worst thing about it. If you're complacent, you think you know everything, you're going to mess up. Ah, damn. That sounds like some dirty shit. What's up, Cosmic? How you doing, man? Yeah, there's a lot of stories behind those shells. That's why I'm keeping them. I'd like to light them, considering I've only got like 12 boomers left, and there's 6 of them in there. You know, that's them, so I'm not going to light them. Who couldn't like those shells, man? They're friggin' awesome. They're packed with as much as a shell could possibly hold. They're pretty damn good shells, man. That's crazy. Yeah, trust me, I understand, man. I'm in a hectic part of my life as well. My parents are building a new house and they're having to move out of their old house, and they're at the age to where they get confused really, really easy, and it's just so aggravating for me not to lose my shit. It's been really stressful. It's bad when your parents make you want to choke them. It really is. I hear you, man. Like I said, I haven't talked to the dude in a long time. I wasn't like I was friends with him or anything. I don't know anything about any of that. I just knew he existed in the shells, more or less. Spoke to him a few times on here. That's about it. It's difficult, man, once your parents get to that age to where you have to watch what they're doing. That's not, I don't know. I have a problem with that. Damn. See, man, that my pyro channel and stuff like that, and probably never be as big as his, but I don't treat people like that, man. Everybody here is equal. And I don't like no drama at all. I just like to have a community where we can talk about the stuff that we love, man. You know, that's what we're here for. There you go, chilling. That's the way I look at it, man, for sure. There is, man, and my pyro is my happy place, so I don't bring drama into it at all. So there ain't no snobbery, there ain't no nothing that I won't allow it. Not here anyway. You can only control your own stuff. Well, dude, if you want to dig bottles, that's your prerogative, man. You, I don't care if you're digging up fossilized dinosaur turds. If this is what you want to do, then fuck off, you know? Probably better than a lot of the activities he does to finance that pyro, you know what I'm saying? Virginia is a good place to do that, man. The inland sea come way into present land Virginia, and a lot of that sandy soil. You could find megalodon teeth, and they're pretty, well, I wouldn't say easily, pretty common. Oh, yeah. Well, it's good to discuss stuff, man. We just don't get too deep into it until we start getting pissed off or emotional about it, you know? That's when it's time to just let it chill. Because I don't know about you guys, but I got enough stuff in my daily life that pisses me off. I don't need to add to it. Matter of fact, I've been finding myself getting more and more angry easier lately. I don't know what's up with that. I'm gonna have to. I think it's the stress of dealing with my parents and stuff, but I've had a short chain lately. Dude, that's when you just stop the conversation and just say, all right, man, you do your thing, I'll do mine, fuck off. That's pretty much what it comes down to. That's the way I do it. Somebody pisses me off like that, I'm like, all right, ignore, gone, go away, fuck off, you know, and that's the end of it. That's what you got to do, man. You have to end that stuff and just say, don't let it bother you, man. Cleanse yourself of it and be like, I don't give two shits what this guy thinks, you know, it's my life. Yeah, man. I like this pyro. The dude personally, I don't know him, so can't say, you know. But what Pyro Owl says, it's pretty messed up for anybody to comment on somebody's activities like that. So I can understand him being angry. I'll be right back, fellas. Yeah, I'm waiting on my daughter to get back. I trusted her to go pick me out a new pair of shoes. So I'm wondering what she'll pick. Take her easy, Cosmic Man. I hope you get some rest, dude. Try to relax, brother. Appreciate you stopping by. I raised my little girl and stuff, and she knows me probably better than any other person on the planet. Me and my little girl so close that we can communicate with each other, but just a glance, which is cool. It's getting a little rough now that she's getting ready to go off to college and stuff. That's going to be hard. Hard for me, anyway. She's not going too far away, though, about a couple hours. She's going to go to Marshall. I don't know if you guys know that college, but yeah, man. That's what it's about, man. I'm not on here trying to get any YouTube fame or anything like that, because that shit ain't going to happen, but I'm just on here to talk about fireworks with like-minded people, man. Because any pyro knows, you start talking fireworks to a non-pyro and their eyes just start glazing over after a little while, They're just not into it like we are. What's up, Matt and Carissa? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. We're just in here talking about any old random thing, more or less. But yeah, I'm finding myself getting more and more angry, and I'm kind of concerned about it, actually. I'm going to have to find a better way to chill. It's hot here. It really is. But this room doesn't have any air conditioning. This is kind of like at one time, this room was a porch, and then it was covered in and stuff like that on this house a long time ago. So that's where I store all my fireworks and stuff. There's so much of that pyro dust in the air in here, it's making me want to sneeze. And the smell of pyro is all around me. Hey, what's up, Tennessee Pyro? How you been, man? Hope you're having a good night. Right now, our forecast is calling for like a week straight of rain, so that's going to suck. But I hope it gets it all out of the system before the coaster stock on the 17th at Kings Island in Ohio. I'm really looking forward to that. I did, man, but I got rid of my Facebook after all that crap. I just so insecure. I just don't trust it. That I had like females from the past looking me up, wanting to know why I never called them back and shit like that, and I'm just like, just fuck this. Dude, I do those all the time, man, but I haven't went to any professional ones. No, I wanted to go to the sit down at that they're having at Bada Boom Fireworks in Pennsylvania, but it's on, I think, the same weekend that Coaster Stock's on. But it's a pretty cool thing if you're near Pennsylvania. Bada Boom Fireworks has got some awesome product too. They have a cookout and everything for people and stuff. It's really nice. They call it the sit down, because all in the gangster shit. I have a Facebook, but it's an off spec with a different identity and everything like that, and I don't want to expose it here. I use a lot of off spec online. I've been around for a long time. I limit myself to one social media thing, and it's YouTube. That's it. I don't mess with Twitter. I don't mess with anything else, just YouTube. And it's not that I don't want to or anything like that. It's just I think you can do too much. It's like anything else, man. You need to limit, or at least I need to limit how much social media I take in. And I don't like my information being out there. It's not like I've ever done anything. I mean, I don't even never even had a speeding ticket in my life. My record's spotless, but I just don't like putting my shit out there, you know? My personal stuff, you know? I've used YouTube for a lot of different things, from auto repair to rebuilding a washing machine, you know? It's a very handy tool to have. But, you know, the people that put out the videos and stuff, I appreciate the hell out of it. I really do. And the YouTube has opened up the pyro community, and I've met you guys, which I like hanging out and talking to all you fellas, and maybe the occasional female that gets lost and wanders in. Oh yeah, I had to be handy and learn how to do stuff like that because I didn't have any money to pay anybody. So I've learned how to do a lot of skills just from being poor when I was younger. But you know, I don't look at it as a bad thing anymore. I can do things that most people can't. So it's a skill now, you know. I can build a nuclear reactor if I had the material. Fireworks, man. Oh shit, I have looked into it. This looks like it's so much labor, man. It's like, goddamn, it's a lot of work to put into a shell that's going to go up in a second. I don't know. Maybe if I get my bunker built and I have a secure place to do it in, maybe. Oh, dude, I want to do a pyro musical, but that takes so much friggin' pyro. It's unreal. Yeah, it's true. Anything's going to be like that. You have to take the good and the bad from it, but I got a lot of good. I've met some really good friends here, and I've made a lot of connections on product and stuff like that. I tell you, one of the worst things that a pyro can do is get burnt, and I don't mean by flame either. If you're a pyro on here and you get into the pyro community, then your word in the pyro community, you say something, you better keep it because people are paying attention. And if you're a person that don't keep your word, or if you're dishonest, you will be shut out of the pyro community. You guys have been around for a while, know what I'm talking about. You do not want to burn yourself. I just got this little wireless cube kind of firing set that I really like. It's up to 100 Qs, which is pretty sweet. All right, Tennessee Pyro, man, don't work too hard. Thanks for stopping into business for a few minutes. Oh yeah, it's the time and money. It's worse than a drug habit. You're really sending up cash into the air. Yeah, the 4AA batteries in the little module, and they work really well. But I found in my modules Q18, you do not want to touch Q18. It will fire as soon as you stick a match in it. Every other Q on that module is firing, but Q18, no. I set off an entire rack of salute shells during the daytime with that shit, man. An entire rack. Like 24 salute shells at like 6 o'clock during the day because I hooked that thing up. I didn't even turn it on, but as soon as I put the E-match in Q18, boom! Yeah, I was like, son of a bitch, man. That was a whole box of shells. I was, saving those for the show tonight. It's pretty simple, man. Although it doesn't come with any instructions and information, it's kind of hard to find, but it's not hard to figure out with a little trial and error. Some of those really cheap priority systems, if you want to go that route, man, they're simple as hell. This is the controller on the system that I use. And you can go from 1 to 99 with this one control box right here. And you've got all the different options like time delay, sequential fire, individual cues, whatever. And I really like this little digital firing system. It's inexpensive, but it's got some features that the really cheap Chinese ones don't have. It's a nice upgrade to them, you know. No cover by a long shot, but it's better than the other cheap ones. And the modules that go to it are cubed as well. Where I set one here somewhere. Damn it, I done lost it sitting still. That's bad. And these are the modules that go with it. And they're digital, so you can assign them from 1 to 99 with just one firing system. And these are really nice, man. They work really well. But don't ever trust them. You should check out each cue with your firing system before you try to do a show, because I learned the hard way. Like I said, I lost a whole rack of salute shells. I don't even understand how it works, dude, because as soon as you touch that Q18 with just one side of the E-match, you don't even have to put both wires on it. It will fire. Just one wire. Boom. That system right there is one that you might want to look into. You can get that with 5 cues for $100. So it's a pretty nice system. And the cues run about, I think they're about $13 or $14 a piece. I'm done buying except for special items, you know. I'm on the hunt for some shells and stuff like that. But I've got the body of my show and everything like that. I just need a few of the harder to find items and I'll be good. But while I'm in Ohio, I'm going to go over to Kentucky and check out Tri-State Fireworks, and I'm going to check out Zeno or Beano's or something, some kind of an Italian name fireworks to see what they've got. I'll try to do videos of it. Dude, I don't even know. I don't see how it can fire with just one wire connected, but you touch one wire to that E-match, to that Q18, and it will set it off instantly. It didn't make sense, you know. You need both wires for it to be grounded and hot, but no. You just touch it with one and boom. One wire. Betos, yeah, that's it. I'll do a video on it, man. I don't understand how it can do it either, but it does. Need to take it apart and fix it. I blew up a module that got a little too close to a Cobra 6, and I've got the circuit board and stuff like that was still intact, so I'm going to switch them out. Yeah, man, I've got a dozen multimeters. There's probably one on the table here somewhere. I just haven't looked into it yet. I don't use a firing system much unless I'm doing something really dangerous and I want to get far, far away, or, you know, I'm just goofing off. It's good to have a firing system if you're going to do something that you want to get really far away from, you know. I'm going to, man. I think I'll do a video on it just to tell people that they need to check their firing systems before they try to use them. Oh, dude, that shit's from a Chinese wholesaler somewhere. They don't even speak English from the people I bought it off of. I have to use a translating program just to talk to them. But I can guarantee you they don't give two shits. I've been working on making some connections in China itself. with the technology and stuff like that, when you speak to people in their own language, you get a lot better response. You know how China works, man. If you got the money, there'll be somebody there that will sell it to you. Oh, somebody's wrapping it up with a little ricer out there. Cool. That's a good idea, man. But you get a new system like that, you should definitely check out HQ before you try to use it. Definitely take that tip to heart, because at 24 salute shells, I mean, it was safe because when I was hooking it up, I told people to get away, that this stuff could fire on its own. And it's right after I said that, boom, I was like, holy shit. As soon as I said that, the next cue I touched fired with the cue off. The box was off, wasn't even turned on. Tried it a second time to see what was wrong with it. Put one wire in it and it fired the match on that cue. Now, the rest of the cues on that module work fine, but Q18, no. All right, Firewell. Thanks for hanging out and talking fireworks with us, man. I like your knowledge. I'd like to learn more from you about the chemical side of it. The last thing that I done power related, like making my own, was milling down some aluminum from tinfoil, and that's a friggin' fruitless effort. It's a lot easier just to buy it. But I'm a noob when it comes to building stuff. You know, I've modified fireworks and stuff like that, and added stuff to them and combined shit for years. But as far as building them myself, not so much. You know, a few black powder boomers and stuff like that, but nothing major. I used to build my own fireworks back in the day. I would take a medicine bottle and fill it full of black powder, put the cap back on it, drill a little hole through the top for the fuse, stick it back in there, and boom, you had a nice little boomer. Some of them do, man. And you can add a tail to your canister shell. You mix up the right mixture, man. Drop out your lift charge, coat that bottom of the time fuse and stuff with the mixture and everything. Put the black powder back together in there for the lift, and you can create your own tail. I've seen several dudes do it. I haven't done it personally, but I've seen it done. It didn't look like it was that difficult, you know, as long as you get the mixture correct. Yep. Well, guys, it's been nice talking to you, but I'm going to have to get out of this boiling hot room, and I'm going to have to go chill in some AC for a while. So you guys take it easy. I appreciate all of you coming and talking to me tonight. Guys, be careful out there. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you guys next time.